If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe right now. I'm sitting here with my SpongeBob mug. And we're going to be talking about Halifax, Nova Scotia shortcomings. I had friends come up to me and they said, Nader, every time you talk about Halifax, you talk about the positive things. And it's like you're trying to sell the city without giving people an objective point of view. And that's really what I want to do. I mean, I do talk about some of the shortcomings here and there, but I don't do it all the time. And I think that they're right and that it's fair to do that. So in this video, I'm going to talk about only the shortcomings. If you want to learn about the perks that this city has to offer, go and check out the other videos. But for now, we're going to be really roasting Halifax. This is a bit of a roast. And I mean it to be in jest. Obviously it's grounded in truth, but these are things that I've learned to live with and actually love. So I really do love this city, and I feel like I'm a part of it now that I've lived here for nearly 4 years. So I really do feel like I love this city, but at the same time, joking isn't good fun, right? So let's talk about Halifax. When I first came here, I think I mentioned this in another video, I thought it was going to be more lively than it was. I mean, I saw the promo videos for Halifax. They were playing Scottish music, people were dancing, they were really showcasing the tourism stuff. But what people don't tell you is that it can get dead here in the winter time. It gets so, like, there's so much snow and it's very wet, and I don't want to complain about stuff like that, but you know, it's almost as if your whole time is just slush and snow and mess, and that happens during the winter. It happens during your summer months, almost like leading up to it in the spring. Like right now it's still what, -2 outside, and we're in April, so it's a bit of a pain, but at the same time it's okay. Okay, I've also noticed this, and you're gonna call me a bad person, but I don't know, I've been to many cities in my life, I've traveled the world a little bit, and I've never seen this. In Halifax, everybody seems to walk one of two ways, okay? So there's one way you can walk in Halifax, and people kind of walk and they look like they're sliding, so they walk like this. Sometimes in the streets, people walk like this, and they look like they want to like hurt you. See, people in Halifax are very friendly, and that's never the case, but I just notice whenever I'm outside or I go out at night, or like some people are walking like they're super tough, other people just appear to be sliding. And this might be, I just might be crazy, I don't know, but I sometimes notice that. Also, whatever you want to call it, hippies or hipsters or hipster culture, huge in Halifax. I mean, sometimes you're walking in the street and someone look like they come out of Value Village, and you know, that's not bad. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I get a lot of my clothes from Walmart. That's cool. It's just that it's so cool. Like the Value Village style is just such a niche here. The hipster style, excuse me if I'm trashing fashion because I know nothing about it, but especially at the school that I go to, it's just everybody is wearing sort of like hipsterish clothing, hipster style clothing, and I never really understood it. Like, I'm always wearing like a tank top and track pants, so they probably think I'm a douche or something. But I find it very hard to fit in when it comes to that style stuff. Not that I pay attention to it very much anyway, but I think that's really funny as well. Lots of people like to wear like sport really thrifty clothes, which I think is a big Halifax thing. Umbrellas, if you're walking outside with an umbrella, going down the street, the whole thing just explodes. Rain falls sideways in this city, so it's pretty intense. The precipitation is pretty bad, I have to admit. Another thing I noticed, I don't know if I'm crazy, but grocery store prices are high. And I don't mean higher than anywhere in the world. I don't mean higher than London or higher than New York. Here in New York is pretty expensive, but the UK, oh, like when you're like Scotland will be nice, like if you're in like Glasgow buying some snacks, but if you're like in downtown London, oh, it's expensive. Like, you want to buy a pack of bacon, like I don't know how many pounds, but a lot of pounds. Here it's not like that, but you don't have like the same sort of economically priced markets that you do in cities like Toronto or Vancouver. Okay, I'm going to give you a very quick example. Let's say I go to downtown Toronto. I'm going to walk into the flea market, people are gonna be like, hello, how are you doing? I'm doing really good. So they're gonna give me like 20 samosas for like $10 maybe. Here, it's $5 a samosa. What is that? $5 a samosa? So like, my parents, for example, would come here and they would be like, give me 20 samosas, please. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's like a little triangle Indian pastry. It's pretty cool. So let's say they bought that here, they'd be like, all right, give me 20. Little do they know they're paying $100. They would freak out. But that's a Halifax thing. That's not because Halifax is a super expensive city, but it just seems like there's not enough competition to make those prices drop lower. And at the same time, grocery store prices are also a little bit inflated. I wouldn't say a little bit. There's a big food security problem here. I wouldn't say it, intensely more than any large city, but I would say that food prices are a little bit inflated if you're going to Superstore or Sobeys, and lots of people will say, yeah, I can get by. I understand. But if you're like me and you love your food, you want to get a lot of food and a lot of variety, it will add up. It is pretty expensive, and your options to get cheaper food are quite limited. So I've trashed it a little bit. I don't know if I should go further, but I do like this city a lot. But of course, it does have its shortcomings. Overall, I love Halifax because at the same time that it's lacking those things, you can really shine in the city. If you're looking for opportunity and you're a student, you want 3 or 4 years to build yourself up, you know, find out who you are, then this is probably one of the best cities to come to in the entire country. But at the same time, it does have its weird things. Be sure to subscribe. And if you're coming to Halifax, let me know in the comment section below.